Hey guys, what's going on? It's been about 2 months since our last YouTube upload and I want to clarify exactly why that is. I mentioned in the last couple of videos that we were nearly done with all new features and therefore would no longer have any more content to make videos of. This was a good thing because it meant that we were close to reaching beta testing stages. So for the last 2 months we've been working on fixing bugs and finishing incomplete features. In that time I have been posting small updates in the donors section of our forum, which you can gain access to by kindly donating to our website. And in this video I want to bring the rest of you up to speed on what exactly has been happening in the last 2 months. We've added Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 zombie models into the mod, which you will see here shortly. We've added Hitmarkers, which you can turn on and off, which you will also see here shortly. And we've added persistent user settings to all UGX mod version 1.1 enabled maps, which again you will see shortly. And last but not least, we have added increased Xbox 360 controller support to UGX mod version 1.1. All of this is in addition to the bug fixing that we allotted time for. Take a look. Alright guys, let me show you our new Xbox 360 controller support. So as you can see, there's an A button that follows you around. Depending on which button you are ready to select, you navigate the menus with the D-pad. So you can go through the whole menu, you can navigate everything without getting up to use your keyboard. There are a few menus which you will need to probably want to use your keyboard on, like the mods menu. It's going to take quite a while to scroll through the mods menu as opposed to just using the scroll wheel. So also when you go into the Find Game browser, it's a pretty complex set of controls, including the server browser and everything else, and I wasn't able to map the controllers to this well enough to implement it. So you get mouse control back when you go to menus like those. So how do you enable this? You go to settings, you get your mouse back in the options menu, you go to UGX mod options. This is a new UGX mod settings screen. Those of you who played Como see this should look a little bit familiar. So we have an FOV slider, so you can go as low as 65 and as high as 110. I'd imagine most of you like to play on 85 or 90, so I'm going to go ahead and set mine to 85. You can turn on a new feature in the mod called Hitmarkers, which is the same as you would expect from multiplayer Call of Duty. You can turn them to on, which means you hear sound and you get a visual hit marker. You can turn them to muted, which means you only get the visual part of it. And you can turn them off if you don't like them. There's an akimbo related setting that we will explain later once it's finished. And here is the using Xbox 360 controller setting. So you change that to yes to enable Xbox 360 controller support in the main menus of the game, and also it enables some stuff in game. If you've never used a controller before for World at War Zombies and you'd like to try, there's a button here called Initial Controller Setup, and if you click that, it will run the familiar command exec default controller.cfg, which adds the Xbox 360 binds to your controller options, or your controls options. So anyone who's unfamiliar with how to set up an Xbox controller with this game can just click the button now instead of dealing with the console. So once you've changed your settings here, you click save and close, and what that does is really important because I'm introducing something that our donors section on the website has known about for maybe a month now, at least a couple of weeks, which is persistent settings. When you change something in here, FOV, hit markers, whatever, it's going to save to your profile, and not only will you be able to reload the same map again later and still have your settings without having to change them again, you'll be able to play other UGX mod maps and have your settings ready there as well. So these carry over to every single UGX mod map that you download from the map manager or find in the community section of the forum. So basically you only have to set these once and forget about them. So that's great. So if you like to play with a custom FOV and you're sick of having to set your FOV every time the game starts, this will do it for you. I also plan to add an option so that you can set the CG min FOV for those of you who like to have the full high FOV experience even in AES mode. So yeah, that's a big thing, is persistent settings, big new feature. So let's go ahead and go in game. So you press A to start mission. So here is the game mode selection screen. As you can see, I can navigate it fully with the controller. I can do whatever I want. I can change the game mode. I can go, let's go classic mode, and then let's go over to start game. Classic. So now I have full controller support in game, which anyone who knew about the console command has had this for a while. And ignore that debug text in the corner, sorry about that. So you can navigate any menu that is that we choose to support with, using your controller, and we'll have a community guide on how other people can add controller support to their custom menus as well. So here's, as an example, here's the UGX jukebox. I can navigate it with my Xbox controller and choose a song. Here's an example of what the Hitmarkers look like. If you get a headshot, it'll ping. And then here's a little preview of what we plan to show in next week's feature video. Here's another menu which you can browse totally with your controller. So I hope you guys enjoyed what you just saw in that gameplay. I want to make one clarification, which is that your persistent UGX mod user settings will load even if you are a client connecting to someone else's game. Everyone playing in the lobby will have their own personal settings loaded. You also got a glimpse there of what we like to call the traps machine, which we will show you guys a video of next week. After that video, we do not have any more features on our to-do list, and we do not intend on adding any more. After that video, we will work strictly on bug testing, and I assure you the beta will be ready as soon as humanly possible. We all have school and part-time jobs to occupy our time, so unfortunately we cannot dedicate as much time as we would like to getting the mod done quickly, but progress is being made and it will be done soon, I assure you. Thank you guys for watching, and have a great rest of your day.